Welcome back to Recaptivating. Today I will show you a recap of the Norwegian monster movie Troll. This Netflix original movie makes full use of the fact that trolls are deeply ingrained in Norwegian folklore. With a plot that moves quickly and hints of humor. A straightforward, entertaining, and action-packed movie combines elements of King Kong, Godzilla, and Independence Day. The plot of the story centers on a group of eccentric individuals who band together to stop a monstrous creature from wreaking havoc across the nation. An explosion deep in the Dovre mountains unleashes a massive behemoth on the rural landscape, terrorizing the locals. After destroying everything in its path, the creature sets its sights on Oslo and begins its methodical march there. Paleobiology expert Nora Tidemann, the advisor to the Prime Minister, Andreas Isaksson, and Army Captain Chris must attempt to resolve the issue before it is too late to prevent certain destruction. Tobias, Nora's father, who is more knowledgeable than anyone else in this region about trolls and folklore, further complicates matters. However, Nora's estranged relationship with her irrational father could prove to be a sticking point. However, will they be able to resolve their differences to resolve Norway's monster issue? The plot is fairly straightforward, but once the creature is shown around the halfway point, most of the drama and mystery is gone and it's just an old-fashioned action movie. Naturally, there is nothing wrong with that, and the movie has a lot of similarities to the Godzilla movie from the 1990s in terms of tone and presentation. Things don't go as planned during the first military encounter with the troll. The Colossus can detect individual soldiers' blood and is unaffected by gunfire or explosions. Tobias gets up after he eats one of the soldiers fighting with the group and tries to calm the creature down. He appears to be successful with his arms extended. However, a different vehicle approaches and fires multiple shots at the troll. Tobias is hit with the troll's tail as it turns and squashes the people inside with a single boot, sending him flying and crashing to the ground. "Here, my child. Believe." He tells Nora that, but before he can elaborate, he passes away. The Prime Minister gives a speech on television to try to calm the nation after an unsuccessful operation involving church bells that resulted in the deaths of 3 helicopters and their destruction. She evacuates Oslo, announcing the evacuation and ensuring that all surrounding areas are clear. "God bless us all and our ancestors and look out for one another," she claims. As a result, when everyone leaves, Nora has a lightbulb moment. She makes a U-turn and returns to Oslo on her way out, believing that the royal palace in Oslo holds a clue. This explains the reference to the man who is currently residing inside the Sinding written in her father's journal. The finding reveals that he and the other officials destroyed Tobias' life to keep their secret when Nora and Andreas are taken deep into the underground tunnels at the royal palace. The underground skeletal remains of a troll family also hold this secret. The Troll King was lured to the Dovre mountain during the Christianization of Norway, where he was imprisoned and left for dead because family is more important to trolls than anything else. Naturally, the earlier explosives allowed him to escape, and he is now returning to Oslo to attempt to reunite with his children. Andreas encourages Nora when she doubts herself because Oslo is still intact and Nora's plan is still very much alive. The large tarp on the back is taken off as they head out, revealing the skull of one of the troll children found underground. The troll turns its attention to Nora and Andreas, intending to make them pay after accidentally smashing the skull and realizing that it has no family left. It pursues them just as Sigrid is discovered to have taken control of the system at HQ. Military vehicles surround the troll and begin shining enormous UV lights attached to its back onto it as soon as Nora almost makes it to safety, jumping out of the pickup just as the troll arrives, ready to stomp on her and smash her to pieces. They turn on one by one, igniting the animal. Nora abruptly turns off all the lights and begs the troll to leave while the UV lights keep the troll frozen in place. Chris orders all of the men to stand down to stop firing. "Choose a safe place. Go back to the mountain," she begs. There is a brief moment of tranquility before the troll collapses in a heap as the sun rises as sunrise approaches. Nora gently touches the creature just before it completely changes into stone, watching as the eye closes and the threat is avoided. Nora decides that they should give this area the name Tobias Boulder after she has resolved her issues with her father previously. Andreas also decides to quit his job with the PM to pursue his writing aspirations. Do you believe there are additional options? Deep in the mountains, in a cave? As Nora smiles and the movie ends, Andreas asks. All of the characters are likable, but they lack depth. Nora and Tobias are the glue that holds this all together, and Captain Chris gives the movie some testosterone as the military man who chews gum. Andreas has a simple but satisfying arc. Troll's flawed logic and rehashed plot are the sources of its problems. This contains some scenes that are straight out of other monster movies, some of which I've already mentioned. The discovery of a massive footprint is a nod to Godzilla, In Jurassic Park, water is moved by vibrations. In King Kong, a huge creature fights off helicopters. Throughout the 90 minutes of the movie, these scenes continue, and you'll keep track of all the movies this riffs on. If you even give this movie a second to think about it, the logic will fall apart and you will have a bad time. A major disagreement is that no foreign governments are involved, and even more damning is the fact that the movie doesn't give Chris a good ending. Troll is still a fun movie despite everything. It's a big, popcorn-eating movie that needs to be seen in theaters during the height of summer. Still, this is a winter wonderland and a fun way to spend an hour and a half. Stay with the movie as it moves on to Dovre Mountain, where you can hear a lot of stones moving and hear distant rumbling. All the stones shoot up in the air after a huge roar, and then the screen disappears into the black. So what are your thoughts on this? Let us know in the comments below. And that's all for the day, guys. If you found this video interesting, make sure to hit the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell icon to never miss an update from us. Thank you for watching. We'll see you at the next one. Until then, peace.